I'm standing in the cafeteria holding a tray of food. It's 1979. I'm a freshman in high school. The white people are sitting over here, the black people over here, the Filipinos, the Mexicans, and I ask myself the question, where do I belong? Do they see me? I am both a black woman and a white woman. I am German. My mother is from Germany, and my father is from Arkansas. My mother brought into this country, not speaking the language, rejected by both races, by white people and by black people. My father rejected because he married a white woman. And the anger that my mother carried with her every single day from the rejection of this world manifested in our own life, in my home life, through abuse. As I was growing up, when I was in the 5th grade, coming home from school, I was so excited. Mom, Dad, I met a Negro today in school. And my mother looks at me and she says, honey, you are a Negro. No, Mom, I'm not a Negro. At that time in my life, I didn't even know there was a difference between black and white. Being in the schoolyard, getting jumped. Juanita Felix was her name. She was a blonde-haired woman who came up behind me and jumped me and beat me, snatching my hat, fighting and punching me. She didn't like me because I had a white mom. My name gets called over the microphone at school, and I'm ushered to the principal's office. I'm in the principal's office, and he's asking us what happened. Who do you think he believed? In 1990, I married a blonde-haired, blue-eyed man, and I gave birth to an awesome son. In my room, when the nurse came into my room, I'll never forget this moment. My father had always said to us, you are who your father is. If your father is black, you're black. So the nurse comes into my room and says, hello, Miss Bright. We're getting ready to do your son's birth certificate. What race would you like us to put on his birth certificate? Coincidentally, my father was in the room, and I looked over at him and I said, I don't know, Dad. If I follow your logic, do I have his birth certificate say white? The complexities of race. In 2012, my life took a major change. I had been fired from a job, and I'd been taken down by a blonde-haired, blue-eyed woman. I'd spent most of my life having to deal with this rejection from mostly white women. At that time, I decided that I was going to seek therapy. I was 48 years old, and I had had enough at this point. And I was referred to a doctor, and I didn't even Google her. I just called and made an appointment. Sitting in that room, waiting for this doctor to open the door, the one thought that I had inside me was, dear God, please don't let it be a blonde. And who do you think opened the door? That was a moment in my life that a reflection was held up to me, because Dr. Carol Ann was able to help me begin to see me. She helped me to look at the reflection of my own heart and to begin to heal myself through, at that point, 48 years of trauma, this constant rejection. The state of your heart is the solution to this race problem. I do believe that. I've spent years seeing Dr. Carol Ann. It's not an easy job to heal from within, because this is an inside job. But she helped me. I started a business. I started to do some things different in my life. This notion of race, this fight, this clamoring with each other over melanin in our skins. What happens to a woman that is like me, that looks like me, when I'm in the world? I'm rejected from every angle you look at. Through no choice of my own, I come into this world with a little bit of melanin. In my business, I'm a diversity consultant, but I lose business constantly to white women. This fear that we have of being around someone else that isn't like us is perpetuating and feeding this world with so much rage and anger. This quote-unquote leader that is back in Washington, D.C., that is pitting race on race. Aren't you tired of it? Aren't you tired of seeing people fight each other for nothing over something that we can't control? Business leaders, are you tired of having to face the fact that you don't make diversity progress? That's a state of their heart, the state of the heart of the culture of that company. They want people that are like them, that make them feel safe and uncomfortable. Do you know what it's like for me, who is never comfortable wherever I go? But the impetus is on my back constantly to make other people feel comfortable. This margin of perceived advantage, that is a term I use to describe what white people feel is that they are owed everything in this world, and that this world is for them and them only. Everything that irritates us about other people gives us a deeper insight into ourselves. My question is, do you have the courage to look? I am not who you think I am. You are who you think I am. I'm going to say that again. I am not who you think I am. You are who you think I am. The state of your heart is the key to changing this race issue. And if I'm stepping on your toes today by telling my truth, by saying this to you, if I'm making you uncomfortable, it is meant for you to stand up straight, for you to look at yourself, for you to look at the reflection of your own heart, and to see how you show up for other people in this world. There is enough for everybody. Again, I am not who you think I am. You are who you think I am. I'm standing on a stage in Colorado Springs, Colorado. It is 2019, and my heart is on my sleeve. And I ask myself the question, do you see you? Thank you.